Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome, my friends, to today's episode of Top Deck, where we are covering a top 100 standard deck here today, Selesnya Adventures, in the Magic the Gathering Arena. Lovely Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms season, because we got a lot going on. This top 100 Selesnya Aggro deck is by our friend Calorie Mate. Congratulations, Calorie Mate, on hitting the top 100 with this. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video. If you have questions, if you have comments, let me know down below. Would love to hear from you, or feel free to hop on the Discord server, my friends. That's there for you in the details, along with the timestamps where we will cover the strategy objective of this list. We'll cover your boarding for best of three. We'll play that competitive Magic in both best of one and best of three here today. Now, and last but not least, we'll close out with a retrospective. Now, lots of great ways to support the channel down below, my friends. Appreciate that support as always, but you're here to talk about Selesnya Adventures. So let's go ahead and dive into this one here. So the first piece that I do want to call out, because you don't see this a ton in Selesnya anymore, is Bronze-Hide Lion. So this is a card from Theros where this guy gets indestructible until end of turn. When it dies, it essentially becomes an aura, giving you the same thing, except it loses all other abilities. So that's a big thing to keep in mind, and pretty important. Now, the other big pickup that we did have, or at least the big pickup that we did have from the lovely Dungeons and Dragons here, is Ranger Class. So we get the 2/2 Green Wolf, we get a +1/+1 attacking counter on attacking creature, and then we can play off the top of our library. The other piece that we call out here is Cave of the Frost Dragon and Lair of the Hydra. So we get some additional plays here, but the biggest piece about this main board is it's really mid-range. We gain card advantage, we gain it through draw, and we gain it through the adventure mechanic, but we also get it with Ranger Class and the Great Henge. So those are the biggest pieces here, and big components to pay attention to. It's quick moving in terms of the draw, so we're certainly going to have lots of things to play, which is going to be very important. We can slow our opponents down with Elite Spellbinder. Obviously, Skyclave Apparition does a lot as well. So those are big things to think about in terms of strategy objective of this list, in terms of the main board. But now we're going to talk about the sideboard, and we're going to do it in three ways. We're going to break it down by aggro, mid-range, and late game, my friends. And there's definitely a lot of stuff in here that you can play, tons and tons of one-offs to pay attention to depending on what you are playing. So with that, when we talk about aggro, these are things like Mono Red, Mono White, Boros, Naya Winata, Boros Winata, also Gruul. Here, those ones that you're going to want to pay attention to is really going to be about removing those creatures off the board. So things like Glass Casket, or if you need to evade things, Guardian of Faith can help you at times. If you need to go over the top, Garruk Unleashed can be a big one, but the other big piece here is Primal Might, just to remove things off the board in terms of that damage. If they are running things with Indestructible, so sometimes life game decks, or Mono White, Shadow Spear can be a good one, or if you need to get that life back, Shadow Spear can be a good one against aggro as well. Then as we move out of that, we get to mid-range. These things are also continue to be the Gruul decks or the Winata decks. Is it dragons is still a piece here? Is it tempo? Is it spells? We also have all the sacrifice decks from Mardu, Golgari, Jund, and Rakdos. You got traditional Rakdos mid-range, and in that space, Pest and Witherbloom, and a host of other things here. We want to start to think about things like Yasharn. Again, other things that could be tight in terms of shutting down some of those decks, or things that got claim. Snakeskin Veil, if we begin to remove some of those creatures, that's what we're going to want to think about. Additionally, if they're playing from Graveyard, Dranath Magistrate, or if they have an adventure component to that as well, or if they're trying to kill your creatures, again, Guardian of Faith is a big one from that perspective. Then last but not least, we have the late game decks. These are your Dimir control decks that are popping up in more prominence. We got Sultai, Ultimatum, Sultai Emergent, Sultai Control. We also have Team Returns, Teamer Ultimatum, also in that space. 4-color Doom decks all the way down to 2 with Orzhov as well. So a whole host of things here, primarily Dranath Magistrate, potentially Guardian of Faith to kind of dodge things. Redain is good for pushing out some of the late game stuff. Snakeskin Veil on the direct kills is really what you're going to want to think about. In terms of things that I would remove, things like Giant Killer isn't going to be as healthy. Elseed's good if you want to protect what you have. But again, some of those enablers are going to lose if you're not playing both Lovestruck and Giant Killer. So that's going to be a consideration for you there as you move things around, my friends. So very excited, like I said, about playing this one. Let's go ahead and put it to the test today here in both best of 1 and best of 3, my friends. As we said, a very, very strong mid-range deck. We talked about how we're going to board for aggro. We talked about how we're going to board for mid-range, and we did talk about how we're going to board for late game. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on here today. Lots of fun. Starting to knock on the mythic door. We're never in a hurry anymore. Plus, on top of that, I did MQ already the first time around, so not too worried about that. Apologies, my eye is itching. But let's go ahead here and see what we get for our best of 1 matchups. Now, I'll take a quick water break. Great way to support the channel down below with our lovely, we'll keep this, merch and lab store, or whatever we want to call it. Swag and merch store. I like it. Streamlabs. You can check it out. Looks like mono white life gain so far. We'll keep an eye on it, see how it goes. We could certainly play this. Just to slow Elsie down. Nice. Definitely life gain deck. So we still have Giant Killer. We got Kazendu Mammoth as well. They can't do both here. Ooh. Now we want to do this. I'll give them one more big one. Make that one a little bit bigger. Big hit there. And we'll wait. So we can tap down. Tap that guy down. All right, so we can do a couple things here. Do you want to play this guy? A lot of damage. So we can still tap down. We got Giant Killer to kill something if they get big enough as well. All right, we get a land next turn as well. Put that one down. Right, so we'll do it again. Get that off there. It's a lot of damage. 15. And we can keep tapping down, which is big here against Daniel. We don't need to go to 4 on Ranger class yet. We'll see what they play. Whenever you gain life. Gotta gain life, though. Trade. Well, not trade because I got first strike. Go here. It's a lot of damage. Keep that one back. We'll tap them down. We are in a good spot. Boom! We got it. Not bad. Selesnya Adventures here, taking down our first best of 1 match. Let's go ahead into our second one. Div it is. I'm okay with this. Sultai Ultimatum is what it looks like. Either here or here. We'll need to decide. This is a lot more damage. Bronze Hide Lion. Let's do this and that. So that way we get a draw, at least. Problem is, anything Shadow's Verdict's gonna wipe this nicely. Ooh, haze, 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 haze. Hurts. It's pretty bad. Let's see what we have. On dim. Not what we wanted. Let's take a peek. This thing we'll get rid of. We'll go 2 here, probably. Next. We'll see if they go. There we go. We can hit pull a Chronos if they drop it. Definitely in range of Emergent, which is a problem. Grab a white. Ooh, too far. Now, we could have taken off Binding with Skyclave. Could have done that. That might have been the better play. We'll see what they do here, though. They'll probably take off the Elite. Yeah. Yeah, there they go. So we'll double this. All right, there we go. If they get an Emergent, we'll be in a bad spot. We could have took Binding off. All right, so we can remove that. So we essentially have game. Unless they have a kill spell. Boom! Very, very nice. Nice and smooth, my friends. Oh, Planeswalkers always feels good to take down Sultai Ultimatum. Does. Alright. Third and final. Best of one, that is. Mr. Autolycus. We'll keep it. We will keep it. Another ultimatum deck. Oof. Let's see what we can do, my friends. Not first. Happens. Uh-oh. We are first. Just kidding. Ooh. I'll actually play this one first. All right. So that's a miss. This is a huge, huge hit for us. If they have a Jawari, should have played that first, actually. Because we can get hit by Jawari. Oh. It would have hit us with Test of Talents either way. That's okay. They can only pull that one, I believe. Because it's also a creature. Yep. Big one. So that's big for us. Huge. Field of Ruin on a drop 2 is big. It's not good. We'll wait on the land. I mean, we could have dropped it, made it better. It's fine, played off the top. We'll wait. 9 damage next turn. It's pretty good if we get through. Mr. Autolycus. Uh-oh. Got the 4. Alright, let's see what we get here. We're not going to hit the 4 here. We'll wait. Go one there. Split it. I'll take a draw. See what they got. Shadows, Verdict. No lands. Extinction Event we can get rid of. I didn't want the double odd would absolutely wreck us. So they can at least go grab another land. If they hit one, then we're in trouble. They should be able to do that in 3 cards though. Let's see, there it is. Guarantee the land would be that one. Ooh. All right, 8 damage. 8 damage. I get the draw so I can get this. I am going to take Maze Mind off. Grab a green. Now they have enough to hit me twice. Odd. Good. Oh, wait. Oof. A nice one here. Uh-oh. Probably go for my enchantments. It's fine. You need a land that does something right now. Alright, they might wipe it now. There we go. Didn't matter. But now we have this guy. And we'll play our cards. And hope that they don't have an exile. Again, look at that. All that was left in their hand. Absolutely. that's super unfortunate. And again, creature land here would have closed the gap for us several times. So maybe worth adding a few more of those into your deck. Certainly they're gonna go to clear the board here again. We can't come back from this either, which is too bad. We don't have anything aggro. Nothing that can pull that off. Hurts. It hurts, my friends. It's all right. We took the first two down. All right, we'll go good game. We're not going to waste your time because we can't come back. It's going to happen. We are totally blocked out against that deck. All right, on to our best of 3 portion of today's video. So not bad for best of 1. We went 2-1. We did beat a Sultai emergent deck. Originally, let's go to our traditional standard rank. Yesterday, we did the top 50 Mono Red Aggro. Today, we're doing our top 100 Selesnya adventure deck by our friend Calorie Mate. So congratulations again. Now, we had a nice run. Those late game decks can present a challenge if we don't close the gap fast enough, but it is what it is. All right, let's go from here and let us make haste, my friends. There we go. Play first. Oh, it's tough. I'm going to try it, though. It's a really tough keep. I'm going to try it because I'm going to go Ranger class. Sprite and can. Oh, no. Rogue's deck. This could be a slight problem. It's not enough, though. It's good. They're not on the right mana base, which is good. Out there, blue. I'd take LC off. Yeah. Ah, we're good. We are good. They got upset. So this is going to be an interesting one here. Yes, very interesting. Giant killer. Oh, they did not like what they saw. Rogues. Rogues. Boom. Let's go ahead and we'll talk about what we're gonna do, and we'll conclude today's episode because that's how we do it, real time. Anyway, we'll talk about what we had going on here. So what we would have boarded in against rogues, we would have gone with Snakeskin Veil. Additionally, things that you can think about is Glass Casket. Verdane can help you as well. Yasharn, you're probably not going to play. Primal might not be a bad choice, depending on, again, they weren't playing the Lurrus, so that's a big piece. Again, Dranith you would pull in if they were playing Lurrus. So that is essentially how we would board in terms of that lineup. very, very interesting that they got that frustrated and actually DQ'd themselves right away. So very, very happy about that nonetheless. We had a nice run today, my friends. Quick episode, it happens, but we love to show these things because that is how it goes. So with that said, best of one, we did go 2-1. We struggled against the late game deck. We did beat a Sultai Ultimatum deck nonetheless. And then we played a Rogues deck in best of 3. We beat it. They were frustrated. They didn't like what they saw. And we took it down. So where do I think this sits? I think this is probably a tier 2 deck, mid tier 2 deck for both best of 1 and best of 3, my friends. We'll keep an eye on it, see how it goes. Stay tuned for the tier list because that always gives you a good idea kind of where things come in. So with that said, thank you. As always, Planeswalkers, if you have questions, if you have comments, let me know down below. Would love to hear from you. Feel free to hop in the Discord server, 250 plus strong, lots of amazing people in there. On top of that, we're going to be running a tournament here soon, or potentially a league, so stay tuned because I'm looking forward to that as well. Lots of cool things. You can stay up to date in there. And on top of that, great ways to support the channel down below in the details, my friends. As you're returning back into your game stores, we got discounts on sleeves, custom sleeves, and play mats that you can check out. On top of that, if you're looking at getting some cards, I got a TCG affiliate, so feel free to use that. And thank you again, as always, other great ways to stay connected. And I do live stream Tuesdays and Thursdays right now, potentially going to do more here in the future. So stay tuned for that. And looking forward to staying in touch, my friends, because we got a lot more coming your way. Standard top decks, standard 2022 top decks, historic. We also have jank that we're starting to do. I haven't done too much, but we're going to get more into that. And obviously Friday Night Meta, one of my favorite things, and our tier list, my friends. So with that said, you stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out.